fucking... Let me get actually serious.
Way to put that in there.
Yeah, you don't have to, dude. You really don't.
Well, I mean, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Don't know all right, everyone. Welcome one, welcome all. Episode 20 of the Casey and Tyler Show. Coming to you remote again. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today, so just thought it was best to do a remote, which the remote shows go fine anyway. So, quite the show for you guys. Going to do our best to keep it around an hour again. We'll see how that goes. We got a World Series recap for you guys. We're bringing you guys another top five, a different one, a little bit different this time. I think you guys will enjoy it. Then obviously we got to get into football. We got Week 10 college football, Week 10 recap, NFL Week 9 recap, and then so that's the show sheet. Casey, anything you'd like to say before we get going?
Let's fucking do this, folks.
All right, let's do it. World Series recap here. Music.
Oh, shit.
I'll just put it in. It's fine.
Okay. I'll be ready for football.
Yeah, no worries. Unfortunately, the Astros do win the World Series. Yep, they take home the ship, winning 4-2.
Hell no!
Yeah, it sucked. I was devastated, to say the least. I really, really wanted the Phillies to win. Just came up a little short. You know, they had to get one more win in Philly. They weren't able to do so. Good for Dusty Baker. Happy for Dusty.
Claps for Dusty. I'll do that.
Been doing it for a long time, and to finally get one done. That's huge. Casey, is your speakers on by chance?
My speakers?
Yeah. Your laptop speakers, were they on by chance? I could hear myself echoing.
No,
it's fine. Yeah, but good for Dusty Baker. Philly falls just short. It does feel like this Phillies team is in prime position to retool and keep after it. I've already seen rumors about all the guys that they potentially could go after in the offseason. I mean, it feels like they got a good core there. I'd have to do a little bit more research to see. Like, I think Schwarber signed a deal there, so I don't think he's going anywhere. Obviously, Harper signed that massive deal. He's not going anywhere. So if they can keep that core together, I like their chances. I saw a really cool tweet that said after the fact, after they lost, there was a group of them in the dugout. It was like Castellanos, Reese Hoskins, Schwarber, and a couple of the other guys. That said they were found unshowered, still in their uniforms, just all sitting around in a circle, drinking a beer and reminiscing about the season. And I was like, these guys like each other. You know, you don't hear stories like that aren't manufactured. They're organic, and guys wouldn't do that at the end of the year if they genuinely didn't get along. They would pack up their stuff and go back to their families. So I thought that was a really cool story. Obviously, not the outcome us or the Phillies or Philly fans or anyone that just hates the Astros wanted. But still a really entertaining series for the most part. A lot of back and forth, tons of offense. Astros, man, they're just a problem in October and November. I mean, they really are. I did see something funny. The guy that won the ALCS MVP and the World Series MVP, Johnny Pena, I think he's their shortstop. He was taken super late in like the 20-something draft or whatever it was. And they showed like guys the Tigers have taken, guys the Yankees have taken, and none of them have even played in the pros yet. And this guy just is winning MVPs. You know what I mean? It's like, what the hell? I think the one guy in the same draft was the Tigers took Cody Clemens, who he played a little bit this year, but he's just obviously not winning a World Series MVP for anybody. Right. So that just shows, man, they got something different going on down there in Houston. So if you're a Houston Astros fan, congrats. You guys get another one in a short period of time. Verlander already got his, so I could really give a fuck about Verlander winning another one. That does nothing for me. I will say one thing that I love in any championship basketball.
Hey, he won
football,
a World Series game, though. So
he did. Hey, finally. Monkey off the back there.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah, monkey off the back
Proud
there.
of you, man.
Verlander finally, he was like 0-8 before that, I think, or something like that. So, but I was going to say, one of my favorite things with any championship, whether it's basketball, baseball, football, I love when the families come out with the kids afterwards and the players are holding their kids and stuff. I just think that's such a cool moment.
Yeah, I like
because
that.
Obviously you're not doing that after a regular season win. So when you finally win it all at the end of the year, to be able to celebrate that, not just with your teammates, but with your family and loved ones, I always find that to be really cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Sucks for the Phillies, man. I really thought they were going to get it done. Did you see that they became the first city ever to lose 2 championships in one day? So apparently they're the MLS team.
Yeah, the MLS team. Yeah, that they lost to the Los Angeles, the LA team.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I just saw. So they lost the World Series and the MLS
That
Cup
sucks.
or whatever in the same. Yeah, I mean, it's not the type of history you want to make,
Right?
Tough luck. I don't know if I'd consider the MLS like a major championship, but hey, I don't want to shit on any MLS fans that are out there listening. So
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that's all I got for the World Series. Baseball season is officially done. Long season for us. Not obviously the baseball season we wanted for the Tigers, and especially not for the Red Sox. So it was definitely tough stretch down the end of the season there, knowing that, obviously the Tigers stunk since April, but the Sox always hung around there, always were kind of like, they could make a push.
I knew from day one they were not going to make the playoffs. They sucked. They needed to make a move at the deadline, and they didn't.
That was the big thing.
I mean, they did. They got, what's his name, that left fielder from Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
Pham.
Pham. The guy that slapped the guy.
Yeah. I mean, they went after him, but I felt like, I don't know.
Their moves at the deadline were definitely like, we're not going to do anything drastic that's going to affect the future, but we're going to do just enough that maybe if the core guys here get hot, we can have enough. It's like they were scared to either say not this year or yes this year. It's like they stood pat right in the middle, which doesn't do anything for the future of the franchise. Like, at that point, I would rather get JD out of here. The guys you aren't going to re-sign, at least get some younger players into the clubhouse. And it feels like they were scared to make a decision either way.
Heard something. The Fenway Sports, whoever owns the Red Sox.
Fenway Sports Group. Yeah.
And they own Liverpool too. I heard they're trying to sell Liverpool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw something that they're trying to sell Liverpool.
That's interesting. LeBron James is a part owner of the Red Sox.
Yeah, fuck that. I saw that because of Jared Carabas.
Yeah, JC, whatever we want to call him. Yeah, Carabas.
Yeah, he tweeted something. It was, let me see if I can find it. It was that the Liverpool,
I feel like a lot of soccer teams are being sold right now.
Liverpool has been put up for sale by Fenway Sports Group.
Huh.
I mean, they can make a shit ton of money out of it.
They may be selling that just to hand over the proceeds to Devers.
Right. I mean, talking about selling teams, might as well just jump to it. That we didn't bring it up. The Washington Commanders coach.
Finally started the formal process to finally. That's been a long time coming, though. It feels like.
Right. He hired Bank of America to pretty much help sell.
They're gonna be like the middleman, I should say,
right?
Pretty much to help field offers and that kind of stuff,
yeah.
Which you have to do. Can you imagine, if I was the owner and be like, I'll just do it myself, I'll throw it on Facebook Marketplace.
I was hearing his team could possibly be worth like $7 billion.
Yeah. The Commanders are a historic franchise plus NFL. This will be the most recent one, right? The Broncos are the one that just got done, and they went way over asking.
Right.
So, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, for sure. It's whenever and we talked a lot about this at the beginning of the pod with the Suns being sold. The process to do it is like it's really difficult to just be like, I want to purchase an NFL team.
Right.
I mean, you have to be part of the boys club essentially. Like all of these other owners have to approve you. So you have to do your due diligence. You better not have rubbed elbows with the wrong people. You better not have ever said any thing negative about any of these guys, because it's really, really difficult. I mean, it is like essentially like a club, and in order for you to be in the club, you have to be one of the boys essentially. So
if I'm the owner of Washington, I'm changing the name again.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, I'm sure there's quite a few fans that would be like on board with that.
just cause. I mean, I could give.
That's how you're gonna make your stamp on.
I would buy it. And I'll be like, you know what, guys? You know what, fans? My first thing I'm doing as owner of this team, we're changing the name. We're letting the fans choose. All you guys send me in your thing. We will put out a vote to America or to Washington. Make them vote, and honestly, or just go back to the football team. I love that name.
Yeah, I thought the Washington football team was like different.
That was
I didn't
really
mind
different.
It.
I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it was like at first it was like, really, you can't come up with anything better, but then it wore on me, and I was like, I love the football team.
At first, like, I joked at it, and I was like, after that, I was like, I kind of fuck with them now.
Well, also they went from that to the Commanders, and you're like, that's the solution. Like that's the best thing you could come up with. Are we kidding here? It's like, what is this? Some fucking thing out of a movie? Like,
fuck.
God. And I get like they're close to DC, so like the Commanders, like Commander in Chief. I get it, but it's just not great. It's not great.
Come on, don't do that.
We'll obviously keep that. Like, it's gonna take a while for that sale to go through, I'm sure. What's up, Tuck?
He was pulling his little tantrum when he sits in front of you and looks away.
Yeah. I hate when he does that. It makes me feel guilty. Like it's like, what do you want?
Right? Like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah. Other news. I don't know if you want to just save this when we get there. Did you see Frank Reich was fired?
Yes, I saw. I mean, we don't have that game on, so
okay. So let's just bring it up now. Jeff Saturday, the interim coach, bizarre move.
So is I. When I saw that,
an ESPN analyst. He's had 1 year of coaching experience, and it was in 2020. He coached a high school football team. They went 3-7.
I mean, he was their center at one point.
No, I get it. I mean, I get it, but like, I listened to Pat McAfee's whole reaction to this. Obviously, he's a former Colt and really into it. He was like, don't understand it. Jeff's a really smart guy. Maybe they just wanted someone from the inside to kind of right this ship almost, to be like, hey, you've won a Super Bowl here. You're in our Ring of Honor. You have an office in the building. Never been to it, but he has like a permanent office there. You wonder if this was just like a culture thing.
Right.
Like versus, because I can't remember there ever being an outside hire for an interim coach that has no coaching experience.
Oh, I know.
Like, it's like, what? Who's going to call plays? Is Saturday, are they just going to be like, run the football, former center? Like, it's going to be interesting. I got to assume Jeff has a plan. Jeff's a smart guy. I've heard him on ESPN a bunch talking about the game. He's a smart guy. Famous clip of him and Peyton Manning just screaming at each other on the sidelines because Jeff was like calling plays as the center, like to audible, and Peyton's like, that's my fucking job. Jeff's like, well, I'm seeing it before you're seeing it, so I'm going to call it. I'm very intrigued at how this is going to be going forward, because if you're a guy like Jeff Saturday, you've got all the money in the world, you got a cushy gig at ESPN. If this goes poorly, it's going to reflect poorly on him. It's going to make him look like a doofus. So you got to imagine he's got to have some level of confidence with his ability to go in there and do something better. So, I mean, it feels like they probably called Peyton before they called Jeff. No. Peyton was probably like, yeah, I don't want any part in this.
Right.
Yeah, Peyton was like, nah.
He's like, fuck
no.
that. He's like, no,
yeah,
I'm good with ESPN.
I got Omaha Productions to watch out for, okay?
Yeah,
I can't be coaching these losers, you know?
I'm good with my Monday night gig, man.
Like maybe if they were, 7-1 and Frank Reich has like a medical issue and he's out for the year, then Peyton's like, Super Bowl? Yeah, I'm in. I can coach these guys. They're good. Right. You know what I mean? Fuck. So that's bizarre. Super weird hire. You'd feel like it would be someone on the staff that would assume that role, and they said,
yeah,
no,
like the
we're going
OC
to take
or
this
the
guy.
DC takes it, or just someone,
somebody
on the team.
that has any type of coaching.
Yeah, be like,
experience.
hey, one of you guys take it.
You know, there's like the quarterback's coach on that team that has worked his entire life to potentially have a chance to be a head coach in this NFL. Frank Reich gets canned. He's like, shit, this is my chance. We win 3 or 4 games down the stretch.
Comes in.
Yeah,
and they
he's like,
kept Jeff Saturday, and he canned everyone in that team.
Yeah. That guy's like, man,
fucked.
this was my moment. They thought so little about the other people in this building. They hired a guy from ESPN that talks for a living to come over here and do it. Like, that's wild. Yeah, that's probably some of the biggest news in sports today. I mean, nothing else really happened after this week. So, but yeah, all right.
Tonight, let's wait before we get into the top 5. Opening night of college basketball. College basketball.
Oh yeah,
that's all I can say. College basketball.
We are officially a college basketball podcast.
We are. Fuck the NBA. We are a college basketball podcast.
Yeah, I love college basketball.
So do I. Dude,
especially
I love it.
Locally, Michigan and Michigan State both been good recently in basketball, and that's never been a thing.
I
so
just love it how
fun.
Michigan State always plays like the top teams in the nation, and Michigan just doesn't. Like, I mean, they do what they do in football. Just they have a cakewalk their first couple games of the year. What do you mean?
Last year, Michigan played like Duke and Gonzaga in the tournament.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah.
Look at that little smirk on your fucking face. Who are they playing this year though? Michigan State has Michigan State has Gonzaga and like Kentucky to start out the year. I'm gonna look it up right now. Michigan State. You look up Michigan.
So last year.
Don't look up last year. I'm talking about this year. Fuck that.
I'm just trying to see if I was correct that they did because I'm pretty sure they did.
Michigan State plays Gonzaga on Friday. Then they played number 4 Kentucky next Tuesday. Then they play Villanova.
Yeah,
next
bro. They
Friday.
played Seton Hall, UNLV, Arizona, North Carolina.
Ooh.
Those are all good teams.
Okay.
And then they got into Big Ten play.
Okay.
So yeah, they played North Carolina.
What's right now? Since you're not going to bring it up.
2022. I got it. I pulled it up. Well, they got Eastern. I know that.
Yeah, they got Eastern Friday.
So they started off with Fort Wayne. Oh, that's today. So they're playing Fort Wayne, Eastern, Pittsburgh. They've got number 18 Virginia, number 4 Kentucky.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay, you want to hear Michigan State?
And then they play number 1. Then they play number 1 UNC.
Go all the way until the end of November.
Well, I'm in December now.
Okay, let me start Michigan State then. Do the end of the year. Do the end of the year, then I'll go Michigan State pretty much.
Well, they just play Big Ten, yeah.
Okay,
so I'll just give you here. Hold on, let me just do
Michigan
this.
State goes 2 Gonzaga, 4 Kentucky, 16 Villanova, 20 Bama. Then they go head to Notre Dame to play. Then they start Big Ten
the
play.
rankings don't mean anything because who fucking knows at the end of the year if Bama's even going to be good at basketball. But
I mean, I'm talking about at the beginning of the year. They go Gonzaga, Kentucky to start out the year.
What's Gonzaga, second?
Second. They go 2-4-16 after
that's
this little
that's
cakewalk
pretty
against Northern Arizona.
Yeah, so Michigan's got 1, 4, 18.
Oh, is this game on the Carrier Dome?
Yeah, Miss State does play on the ship. You're talking about the ship.
We're not going to that Michigan Eastern game Friday. Then I'm sorry.
Oh, because you want to watch that?
Oh, dude, that game's gonna be so. I love the Michigan State game when they played. Who was it? They played on that naval ship.
They played UNC, I thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Those couple years ago, yeah, it's sick when they do it. Yeah, I agree.
So I'm gonna want.
What time's that game at?
That game's at 6:30.
Well, the Eastern Michigan doesn't play till 9.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, bet.
So we could get down early, watch the state game. I know.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it after the show.
But so I will say this: based on numbers, yeah, I think State's better, but. Truthfully, they both got some tough games in their. Well,
Michigan has a tougher. Michigan State has a tougher schedule, but Michigan's probably a better team.
What?
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
See.
Michigan was super disappointing last year.
They were. No, they were.
Because I think they were like preseason top 10, and then I think they went 19-15. So
I had them winning the national championship.
I think you did at the beginning of the year.
I liked them to win it. I thought they were good, but whatever.
We'll see. Juwan, this is a big year for Juwan as like a prove it year as a coach because he's got like a full class now, all these things. He can recruit like a motherfucker. I mean, the recruiting hasn't been a problem. It's like, can you coach these guys, though? You know what I mean?
Right.
And no more slapping guys so you're missing games, Juwan. Lock it in.
Right.
Yeah, college basketball's back. I was just going to say locally it matters to us because obviously State is historically a basketball school, Michigan historically a football school, and it flipped for a time being. Where like Michigan football, super disappointing. Michigan basketball, overcoming odds under Beeline. It's just been kind of crazy as a local story here.
But moving on, we're gonna get to our top 5 section.
Let's cue it.
Hey, we have to spice up Tuesday episode. Let's do a top 5.
Top five.
We have to bring in something that is.
We needed some pizzazz.
Yeah. Going 1. I'm going 1. We're doing college football jerseys. Easy 1-1.
Texas Longhorns 1-1.
All right, let's get into the segment. All right. Casey. We got quite the top 5. This one just came up randomly. I don't know how we decided this.
Well,
on
we were
Saturday.
watching the Georgia.
Oh,
we
that's
were watching
right.
the Georgia-Tennessee game, and that was like okay. Well, that was not really battle of the dog, but yes, it was because of Smokey versus Aga. That's kind of what it was. So I just said let's do top 5 dog section. The top 5 dog breeds. So how are we gonna do? Are we gonna try and do the rock paper scissors or no?
I'll just flip the cord. Yes.
Okay.
That's the same side. All right, I got
something?
the legend golf club here. So if it's the legend side, it'll be heads. This side that has more words will be tails. Casey, you call it. I'm gonna let it hit the ground behind me, and I'll pick it right up and read it. Well, I'll read it before I pick it up.
Okay.
What are you going with?
Tails.
Okay. It's heads.
Fuck that. That's bullshit.
It's heads.
That's you just dropped it. So Night who just knows now. That's bullshit.
It was heads.
Dude.
I read it before I even grabbed it.
Yeah, because you were lying. You read it because you were gonna say
The
heads.
only other way I can do it is if I catch it, flip, and then I can
fine,
show.
dude. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, I'm gonna take the first pick. We both know what each other's first pick is, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to go beautiful Australian Shepherds. I got one as my driver head cover. I love Aussie Shepherds. Izzy's one of the best and smartest dogs we've ever owned. Australian Shepherds, 1-1.
Okay, good pick. I knew you were gonna get that. I was like, do I even put it on the list? I was like, because it's gonna be it. And I was like, he's gonna pick it 1 or 1. He's gonna pick it like within his first 2 picks. I was like, unless he doesn't pick it 1 and I steal it from him for some reason, just to be a dick.
Right, and I wouldn't have taken what I presume is gonna be your 1-2 as Golden Retrievers.
Yeah, I'm going 1-2. My 1-1. I think they are the best dog breed ever. A Golden Retriever. The most beautiful dog in the world.
Cap.
They are Tucker's way better looking than Izzy, for one. Way better looking. Way better looking.
He looks like a dumbass with that big
Izzy
ass
looks
head.
like a fat dumbass.
Whoa! Whoa, dude.
What is
All
she
right,
doing? Probably
one?
begging for a treat?
Shit, probably.
This is hard.
Dude, I think I have a guess as to where you're going to go, but this is just because it's a dog you've always wanted to own. And it's got to be
I know what you're
Newfoundland,
talking
right?
about.
It's
no,
got
I
to
know
be.
what you're talking about. Nope. I'm not going that. I'm going to go a different route. I'm going to go German Shepherd. German Shepherd's my 1-2. They are a great dog, great protective dog.
You fucking thief!
That's what you get.
No
That's
way!
You knew. That's on you. You knew what my 1-1 was, so you should have let me go 1-1. Yeah. That's on you. German Shepherd.
That's just a smart draft strategy right there, Case. I mean, I give it to you. That's fucked up.
It's like I'm taking the best on the board.
That is the best on the board. We both had biased picks for our first pick.
No, I know 1-1. No. Golden Retriever was no matter what my 1-1.
No, I know. I'm saying that like to win the vote, other people have to agree with you, and a lot of people are going to have German Shepherd as like their 1-1. That's what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, so German Shepherd, they're a phenomenal dog, protective dog, just loyal as fuck. So
Smart.
German Shepherd is my 2-1 pick.
All right. I'm going to go with a Belgian Malinois. They're like cop dogs, very similar to the German Shepherd family. They're used a lot in the military. They're super smart. I would love to either buy my dad one day or buy one. They're just crazy expensive. I mean, really, really expensive dogs. I've had a chance. I had a buddy in law school that had one, and I met him one time. Just super smart. I mean, that's a dog that's like, I'm not usually scared of dogs, but the way that carries itself, it's like, do not.
Right.
Be careful. You know what I mean? My next pick, I'm going to go with a French Bulldog.
A French Bulldog?
French Bulldog. Had to specify there
Pansy
because
pick.
I don't want
That's
that.
a pander pick. But a good pick.
Why? Because they're popular dogs?
Yeah, I could tell. Even though you talk so much shit about them, you're gonna fucking pick it in your top 5? Are you fucking kidding me?
Our neighbors got one. They're fucking cute.
That is
They're cute.
Bullshit pick. That is such a bullshit pick, but whatever. Whatever, take it. Fuck you, dude. That's such a bullshit pick. You've talked so much shit about that type of dog. How it's a stupid dog. How it's a useless dog breed. You've said that.
I would never say something like that.
You've said that.
I would never say something.
Okay, whatever. If you want to take it, okay. I'm gonna stay in the same family. I'm just gonna go a normal bulldog.
So like American Bulldog.
No, like an old English bulldog.
Like Ugga.
Yeah, like Ugga.
Okay,
I want me a nice
named
fat
George
bulldog named George, and I just want that fucker just to sit right next to me on the couch while we're watching football. We're eating chips. I'm giving him a bite of my pizza every once in a while, giving him a drink of my beer. We're just sitting there getting fat. Bulldog, bulldog, bulldog. I love me a fucking bulldog, but they're just expensive.
Yeah.
My next pick is going to be a Labrador Retriever.
That's a good pick.
I love those dogs. Like, give me a nice black lab or a nice little chocolate lab.
They're good hunting dogs, too, aren't they?
They're great hunting dogs. They are phenomenal hunting dogs. I love Labrador Retrievers. That is my 4th pick.
That's a good one. I'm going to go a little off the wall here. I'm going to go with St. Bernard.
That's a good dog.
My grandma, or I should say my grandparents had one. They had them. My dad grew up with St. Bernards. That's like the only dog they owned. Slobber is an issue. I'm going to recognize that from the start. That's probably the biggest downfall of these dogs. But a dog that size, and they're super intelligent because they're used as rescue dogs in certain situations. Just absolute units of a dog. Give me St. Bernard with this pick. And then I'm going to go with...
This is your last pick, right?
I believe so, yep.
Yeah, you went 1. Yep, because I'm at 4, and I get the... Yep, this is your last pick.
I'm stuck between a couple here.
Oh, I know. That's like that. I have like 3 right here. 3
Like,
or 4.
I can't just go like
or
a
5.
mutt, right? I have to give like an actual dog name. I can't just say a mutt.
No, honestly, I was gonna say a mutt. Mutts are one of the best dogs. The Shadow, my parents' dog's best mutt dog. Best.
Yeah,
dog
but
they've
he's
ever had.
predominantly like has like a.
He's predominantly pit bull, but
Yeah. Shadow is a great dog. I don't know. I kind of want to go with. I have 2 written down here. I might just have to just go with my gut. I think I know what your last one's gonna be.
no, you don't. You might know. You honestly might know because I might just do it just because I really love that dog. Actually, there's honestly 2. There's 2 there that I really want.
Oh, should I do the mountain dog? You taking German Shepherds really just fucked me up. All right, I'm going to go well off the cuff here. This was a dog I always wanted when I was younger. I don't think I'd get one now, but they're cute little dogs. I'm going to go with a pug. That's my pick. Pugs. Pugs are great dogs. They're cute. Obviously, starred in Men in Black was an awesome dog in that movie.
Great pick. That's such a good pick, dude. I don't know why I didn't think about picking that 1-1. That was such a good pick.
Thanks, dude.
Fucking pug. Pug.
I should have went with my gut.
This is your only chance I'm letting you fucking change. A fucking pug. I get it, they're an okay dog, but a top 5 dog, dude? If you have 5 seconds to change.
Rottweiler.
Good pick. Great pick right there.
Rottweilers are smart. They're also used as police and military dogs. They come across like they're supposed to be super mean, but it's the same thing with pit bulls. They're not.
Right.
It just depends on how you raise them. So.
Right. That's a good pick.
Also super scary looking.
I can't believe your dumbass said pug. My last pick. What's up, August? Second overall pick. Let's go. Let's go, August. August.
All right, what's your last pick there,
My
boss?
last pick is a Newfoundland. I can't wait until I can get a Newfoundland in my life. I want one. I'm gonna name it. I already know the name. I'm gonna name it. I'm gonna name it Bear because that's what they fucking.
You gotta
look
wait
like.
till you see it, dude.
Well, I mean, they pretty much. I already know. I already know the one I'm gonna look for. I'm gonna look for one that looks like a bear, and I'm gonna name him Bear. Obviously, I'm gonna wait until I get it before I name him, but that's just the name I have picked out in my head.
Yeah, like what if like George or what if?
No, yeah, it's like
Marcus.
George. It's the bulldog. I might not name my bulldog George. I might name him fucking Harold.
William.
Who knows?
William.
Who knows? Who knows?
You definitely, whatever you do, get your. It's gonna be like a very formal, traditional
Yes.
English name.
Yes.
It might not be George. It could be Henry. It's gonna
Henry,
be something
it's gonna
very
be-
king-ish. Like it's gonna be fucking great. It's gonna be the most human name for a dog ever.
I might get a female and name her Elizabeth. Who knows,
like,
dude?
yeah, that'd
Who
be
the hell
great.
knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But that is my top 5. I love a Newfoundland because they're just a nice big dog.
Yeah.
All my top 5 is all big dogs.
They're also hard to find, kind of. They're
Yes,
not
they
like
are.
the most
They're really
popular
expensive,
dog.
too.
Yeah. So run through your top 5 again, Case.
So, Golden Retriever, German Shepherd, Labrador Retriever, Bulldog, Newfoundland.
I got Aussie Shepherd, Belgian, French Bulldog. What'd I go with after that? I know my last
That
pick,
other police dog.
I
No,
said
that's scary.
Belgian.
That big that dog that looks like a that's like almost like a compared to like a pit bull.
Yeah, Rottweiler. That's only 4.
No, not that one. The one before that your cousin has or whatever. That you said is like a scary that dog that looked scary. It was like a police military dog. It was another one.
Yeah, I said Belgian.
Oh, you said that. So name
Yeah,
your
so
dog.
I have Aussie,
Okay.
Belgian, French Bulldog, Rottweiler. What'd I go with for my?
It was your second pick then.
Which was Belgian,
Okay, then what was your fourth pick?
French.
Nope, your third pick was French Bulldog. Because I went French Bulldog with my third pick.
Maybe I only made 4.
No, you made another one. Did you? There's no way you could have made only 4. Because you went Aussie.
Aussie. Then I named 2, which makes it 3.
Then what was your fourth pick? Because you had to name a dog right before you named fucking Pug. What was the dog you named before Pug?
Oh, Saint Bernard.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes,
I don't have it on my list because I went off the cuff, so that's why. My
Saint
bad.
Bernard. No, you're good.
Saint Bernard. So sorry about that. So yeah, I went Aussie, Belgian, French Bulldog, Saint Bernard, Rottweiler.
Yes.
Good top fives, both of us.
Really good top 5. So you want to get into our honorable mention? I mean, I have a couple on my list. Still.
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, let's hear 'em.
So I have Beagle, another good hunting dog.
Fuck Beagles.
Wow.
I got attacked. Like someone in my neighborhood got attacked by one time. Just not nice dogs for the most part.
Good hunting dog.
Don't even say husky. Those dogs suck too.
Husky. No, Husky is on my list. I love Huskies. I want to own a Husky at some point. Border Collie. They're another good,
Smart.
pretty much right up. Smart, like the Australian Shepherd.
I'd say like a Bloodhound. Mastiffs are good dogs. Great Danes. Doberman Pinscher.
Burmese Mountain Dog.
Yeah, I had that on my list.
I love those dogs. I want to have one of those when I get older.
You just want every fucking dog you can.
Well, it's pretty much any dog that's like above 50 pounds I want.
I will say I would put Gunner. I don't know what he's a mix of, but whatever
whatever Gunner is, I want that.
Yeah,
I love
because
Gunner.
for the small dog, that dog has the biggest personality, and that dog thinks he's as big as a Great Dane.
Yeah,
and he's
no,
about this big.
Yep. No.
So whatever's inside there, bottle that up and put it in whatever other dogs I own, because he's got something that you just can't teach. I'll tell you that.
No, I agree. I agree.
But yeah, those are my. I got no other honorable mentions really. I'm really picky when it comes to dogs. So really,
so am I. I was going through the list. I'm like Yorkie. No, those are listed as one of the good dogs.
Yeah, poodles. What the hell? No way.
Fuck that. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Fuck that.
All right, well, that's the top 5.
That's the top 5. I think I won. I easily won, dude. Golden Retriever and German Shepherd. Boom.
What is he? Are we talking about you?
I won easily. But moving on, folks. We're moving on to college football, Week 10.
Gotta have
All right, folks, college football, Week 10. Hell of a weekend, folks. We had a lot going on. We have not a lot of games. We have a ton of games, a lot to talk about with these games. Let's start it out with the 12 o'clock slate game. I think it was 12 o'clock or 3:30, whenever the hell this game was.
This game was at noon.
Number 2, Ohio State, heading to Northwestern.
Evanston.
Is it Evanston? I was going to say Chicago, but it's Evanston.
It's right outside
Pretty much right outside Chicago. Yeah. Ohio State wins a close one.
Very
21-7. I talked to an Ohio State fan at work today. He said this was a trap game. Weather was shitty. Ohio State just played like shit. They needed a game like this, but they're going to be rolling for the rest of the year. He said.
I don't know. There are some concerns, though, because everyone wants to blame the weather. That shouldn't have affected their ability to block or tackle, and they couldn't do either in this game. So I don't want to hear too much about weather. Yeah, you can say it affected C.J. Stroud throwing the football. I'll buy that.
That's what I think it was more about.
If you watch that, I watched that game close. We were on the phone for most of this game because I came over pretty much right after this to watch the Tennessee game. And yes, there was that clip. I'm pretty sure you saw it of before the game. Ohio State's kicker, like doing a practice kick, the ball literally looked like it stopped in midair and fell straight down. That's how strong the wind. It didn't look real. I didn't think the video was real. He kicked this ball with all his might, and the ball goes, and it just stops in midair and then falls down. I was like, wow, not going to be a lot of field goals today. Ohio State finds a way to get it done, even when they're not playing their best. That's what good teams do, right?
Yes.
So I think that by all accounts and purposes, this game favored Northwestern because of the weather. They play in it all the time. Their practice field is literally on the coast of Lake Erie. I think it's Lake Erie.
Michigan.
Whatever it is. On the coast of it. So they deal with the wind all the time. I mean, literally, if you like, I can throw the picture I show up on screen of where their practice field was. It's literally right on the water. So I'm
Yeah,
sure
no,
they
you
deal
showed
with
me. Yeah, it's like it's literally practice
It's
field,
insane
water
how
right there.
close it is. So ugly game. Wasn't a lot of fun to watch. I mean, I was obviously rooting for chaos. I wanted Northwestern to win so badly, and that's just rooting for chaos. But yeah, Ohio State finds way to get it finds way to get it done, and we'll see if this impacts their standings or not. I doubt that it does, but we'll see.
Oh, well, they might. The way Michigan played, they might
Drop them. They're going to stay in the top 4. I mean, they're not.
No, I agree.
So, but yeah, decent game. Ohio State. It does make me concerned that if later in the year Ohio State gets another bad weather game against a team that's built for bad weather, like Michigan, see what happens.
Not scared. Not worried.
A lot of message board individuals are calling for Ryan Day to be fired after a win, which just shows you how it's a little different down in Columbus.
Right. Next game, Texas Tech.
Good game.
At number 7, TCU. TCU wins 34-24. TCU gets it done again.
Barely covered.
I love the Horned Frogs. I might be a TCU fan now. I fucking love TCU now. They know how to get it done. They know how to fucking cover. That's all I can say. They know how to fucking cover. I love TCU.
I can smell you.
TCU does get it done. I think this was a big win for them in the sense that, easy to overlook this game considering all the shit they've been through this year. And what I mean by that is they just had a lot of big games back to back to back to back. So when you finally go and play an unranked opponent at home, it could be easy for them to have to kind of look past that game. Texas Tech obviously has played in some big games this year too. I had Texas Tech plus 8.5. Brutal cover by TCU once again. Can't bet against TCU this year. This is just a prove it point.
How disrespectful is this? We'll definitely be talking about this game later on this week. TCU heads to Texas this week. Texas is 7-point favorites
That doesn't surprise me.
with a 73% chance of winning per ESPN.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. ESPN loves Texas, and I mean, who Texas just beat this week? Kansas State.
Yes.
It's just
Kansas
recency
State.
bias. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's got to be some form of a rivalry game. It's got to be some form of rivalry
Two Texas
game.
schools.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so there's probably, a little bit more amped up. So they're going to Austin.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it should be. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that Texas is favored. It's one of those things, that's just a hard place to play.
Right. No, I agree.
I'm taking TCU plus 7, though. I'm sure the line's going to change before Thursday, but
Most likely, it'll probably be lower in that.
Yeah,
a lot
4.5, something like that.
4.5, 3.5 once it gets
Yeah.
closer to the week or end of the week or whatever.
But it was a good game. Your boys, your Horned Frogs covered. Claps to TCU, remaining undefeated.
Fucking go TCU.
They
I
should.
fucking love TCU.
If
Let's
I
go
had
for
to
the
make,
natty.
if I had to make a
natty, boys.
if I had to make a prediction,
Fucking natty, boys. Let's do this.
no. If I had to make a prediction, though, they probably do fall into 4 after, and we'll get to the rest of the games. But
3.
Well, I just meant they'll be in the top 4. I'm not gonna.
They should move to 3. But moving on, number 1, Tennessee heads down to Athens and plays number 3, Georgia. Georgia wins 27-13. The score does not resemble how much Georgia, I felt like, dominated this game.
Absolutely. Hendon Hooker and the Vols, man, they weren't able to get done. Hooker missed 2 touchdown throws in this game, one early. Wide open guy down the sideline, overthrew him. Felt like if,
You can't
hindsight,
miss throws like that.
not against
I know
Georgia.
the exact play you're talking about, and I even said it as soon as it happened. I was like, you cannot be missing throws like that, man.
Not when you're on the road playing the number 1 team in the country. Early in the game when you're already kind of getting your shit kicked in, that would have totally switched momentum back to Tennessee. All of a sudden you're down 3 instead of 10, and There was another one later in the game when they started to put some points on the board. They got a stop, and he missed another touchdown throw, and that would have brought him within like 10 or 8 or something like that. And it's like, fuck, man, all you're asking for is momentum shifts in a game like that. And once the weather came in, I knew they were screwed because they were going to have to be able to pass the ball to even like have a chance to sniff a comeback in this one. Once that weather came in, you weren't going to be able to. I mean, it was pouring rain there. Georgia proves why they should have remained number one in the country. I mean, they took care of business. That Georgia defense is
good.
Something else.
Really
Stetson
good.
Bennett shows up to play in a big game here, probably arguably the second biggest game of his career. Going back to last year's national championship, you got to win this one if you want to put yourself in a position to repeat.
How many people Georgia's defense lost, and they're this good.
I know, you can say the same thing about Michigan. It's what good programs do. They retool. They got guys just ready, waiting to play. What do you think this does for Tennessee going forward?
I don't think they're dropping them far. I think honestly Tennessee can still go to the playoff.
I was going to ask if you thought this derails their season or
no. I think they'll probably drop them to, I would say that 5 to 6 range.
Yeah, keep them just close enough to where a big win gets them in.
Well, not that. It's more of the teams ahead of you are going to drop off. Okay, what if Oregon loses one? Okay, boom, Oregon's out of the running. Okay,
yeah.
TCU loses one game. Boom,
they're
get
way
out.
Yeah.
Most likely LSU's going to jump into like that 5 slot. I would
yeah,
say,
but I don't.
That win.
Even if LSU wins out, they really going to put them in with 2 losses?
They might. Who knows? They're playing good right now.
Hypothetically. LSU wins out 2 losses. Hold on.
LSU,
fuck my hypothetical. Go ahead.
No, go. Sorry.
LSU wins out with 2 losses. Michigan wins all their games. Ohio State wins all their games. It's a crazy triple overtime game. Michigan loses by a point, or Ohio State loses by a point. Does a 1-loss Big Ten team get in ahead of a 2-loss LSU team?
I think in my situation, no matter what, two Big Ten teams are going to get in this year.
Okay. All right. I
wasn't
sure.
Just because if you're looking at all the teams above them, I can see 2 Big Ten teams, 2 SEC teams. TCU could possibly run the table and go undefeated. If that happens, okay, they're in no matter what. You know what I mean? Okay, they went undefeated. They are a Power 5 team. I don't care how shitty, quote unquote, the Big 12 is, even though they have teams in the top 25. But TCU should be in. But if they lose one game, boom, they're done.
Especially because they don't have another game at the end of the year and everyone else will. That's what's going to kill them. If they lose against Texas, they don't have like another chance to prove it to the committee. The last thing the committee is going to remember is, well, you lost the game that you needed to win. So,
Clemson's done already. We'll get to that in a second. Only team but this is my only thing on I would say, well, them or Oregon, it's going to be one of them two, or what if both of them lose? Something's going to happen with them that boom. No,
it's a year of chaos, brother.
Yeah.
I love it.
But hear me out. LSU runs the table and they win the SEC. Then you're going to say no SEC teams get in? Or, how can you throw Georgia or a 10? How can you throw Georgia's going to be in it. How can you throw Georgia in the playoff when they didn't win their conference championship, though?
And would have a loss, seemingly, right? Because they lost to LSU.
Yes.
In the championship is what you're saying?
Yes. So LSU, Georgia in the SEC championship game. That's what it's looking like it's going to be.
Yeah,
LSU beats Georgia. What do they do at that point? You have to throw in both teams. You have to.
Yeah, LSU
you
has
can't
one
throw in
game.
Georgia and not throw in LSU because LSU literally just beat Georgia, so you can't do that. I get they're a 2-loss team, but you can't do that. Unless you say fuck it and you don't throw any SEC team in there, then what do you do at that point? 2 Big Ten teams, and then what do you do after that?
Big 12 and Pac-12.
But who knows what's going to happen with that? What if who knows?
Yeah, we don't know. We're
TCU is projected to get their ass whooped this weekend, so TCU's out of it at this point.
Yeah. LSU probably going to win their next 2 games. Their last really big test is when they travel to A&M. The A&M stinks. LSU should win that game. But again, we talk about whenever you go on a road in certain places, you just never know. Right. So, it's going to be wild down the stretch to keep track of the college football stuff. Let's get into the rest of the games, then we can discuss it a little bit more if you want.
We don't have to. We can just get into the games. Michigan State at number 16 Illinois. Michigan State gets it done and wins 23-15. Congrats. Good job. I mean, I have nothing left. I
think it just goes to show you how pathetic that side of the Big Ten is. That needs, when we get these new teams in here, we're gonna have to, like, Penn State needs to go to that side. They need to even them out a little bit better because I've thought all year that Illinois was frauds.
Well, what they'll probably
they haven't beaten anybody.
What they might do is, honestly, they'll probably just shift out USC and UCLA on that west side, and then shift over Northwestern and Illinois, because those would probably be the 2 most east teams at that point.
I don't know if geographics are going to matter that much. I think you got to look at, I think you got to put Penn State or Wisconsin on that. I mean, or Penn State.
Already over.
I meant, I put Penn State over there, then even it up a little bit because it's pathetic. For Michigan State to be as bad as they have been this year and go beat the team that's leading that side, it's just crazy how bad that side of the Big Ten is. But,
I mean,
because it makes the Big Ten championship game somewhat meaningless,
right?
And that sucks. You know what I mean? It's like no matter what. I mean, look at last year. Iowa was like all jacked up, but Michigan fucking dog walked them in Indianapolis. It wasn't even competitive.
I mean, it was cool. But Michigan and Ohio State.
I don't know if they do that.
Still have them play each other. Well, why not? Think about it.
They still have to play each other at the end of the year. That's just been going on for so long.
Okay, they have that crossover game every year. Make that get, because think about it. Hear me out about this. You have Michigan and Ohio State. Boom, they're both undefeated going into that last game of the year. Okay, no matter what, they're playing again the very next weekend. So you're gonna get 2 shots at the same. You can have 2 Michigan Ohio State games back-to-back weekends.
Yeah, think of how good that'd be for ratings.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they do that?
They have, regardless of what they do, they just have to do something. I think, you know what I mean, because it sucks. And good for Michigan State. That's a big people. I mean, I'm not saying this sarcastically. For them to go through the suspending players and all that stuff, to rally together as a team and go on the road and get that done in bad weather, mind you. It was bad weather all throughout the Midwest.
And put up 23 points on a team that's been holding teams to under 10.
Yeah. I thought that's a big win for that locker room in Lansing, East Lansing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Going forward, it's like, hey, guys, we stick together. We're a family here. Stick together through the hard times. Good things will happen. So we'll see. But, yeah, they got to do something about the Big Ten. East or whatever it is. West, Big Ten West. Whatever, legends and leaders, whichever one it is.
West. No, it's East and West now.
Is it? They've changed it so much since I've been in college
that it's like East and West. I think it was the Legends and whatever the fuck it was.
Legends and Leaders.
Once they added Rutgers and Nebraska, I think they changed
Maryland or whatever.
Yeah, Maryland, whatever the hell it was. But moving on, next game. This was a great game. I would say one of the best games on the weekend. Number 6 Alabama.
The best game.
At number 10 LSU. LSU wins 32-31 in overtime. They went for 2 to win this in OT. Hell of a game. The over hit. The under looked like it was going to happen, but then the fourth quarter happened, and then they scored a lot of points for the over the hit. But this was a phenomenal game. LSU gets it done.
Big nuts on Brian Kelly there at the end. I love the decision. I said it beforehand that they should go for it. If my memory serves me right, they were on the field to go for it. Someone called a timeout, and I for a second I said, fuck, don't tell me that they're now going to kick a field goal.
Right, because of that situation, you're like, okay, well, we don't have another backup play to go. We're just gonna kick the field goal.
That was my fear, where they had the play, timeouts called, then they're like, you know what, fuck it. We thought we were gonna catch them off guard, and now they can reset their defense. I love that they said screw it, they go for it. I lost my mind when this happened. So I was with the old lady. She was hungry, so we were like, let's just go grab an app and a beverage real quick, and then we'll go home. It's exactly what we did. We got to B-Dubs right before the kitchen closed. I mean, like, there was a few minutes left in regulation. I was like, cool, food, cash us out. I just want to watch the rest of this game, go home. Had a long day watching football already. She's talking to me, and I'm not listening to a word she's saying because I'm about to watch LSU go for two here. I screamed so loud when they got it that she was like, you need to calm down. I was like, listen, whenever Bama... Also, I wasn't the only person in there that was happy Bama lost, but I was definitely one of the happiest that Bama lost. I was fired up about it. It sucks. I feel bad. Like, I don't know if I should say I feel bad. Bama has become something like the Cowboys or the Yankees, that they're just so good, and I respect what they do, but it's so fun when they lose. And I hate taking so much or having so much joy in a program losing like that, but there's nothing better. I mean, there's just nothing better. So when LSU got it, that's not even like I'm an LSU fan. But when LSU got it done, I thought that was awesome. That's what college football is all about, is games like that. And LSU, man, we called it a couple weeks ago, could be a wrecking ball down the stretch for SEC teams. Started here. They get it done. What a game. What a game, man.
What a game. That was a great game. Great game. But moving on to the next one, number 4 Clemson heads up to South Bend and plays Notre Dame. Notre Dame gets it done and wins 35-14. Notre Dame just absolutely dominated this game from beginning until end. It was
Clemson didn't even have an answer. You know what I mean?
Not at all. They couldn't do shit.
It's crazy because one of the big things going against Notre Dame in this matchup all week, everything I read was Notre Dame is really one-dimensional and Clemson has a great defense. But there's an asterisk there because the weather was so bad and was going to be so bad that a lot of people were like, in games like this, anything can happen. And sure as shit did they, because like you said, Notre Dame comes out and they dominate. It kind of proved a lot, what a lot of people thought, that Clemson might not be all that great. Notre Dame gets it done. It's never easy to win when you go and play at night at Notre Dame, especially in the conditions that they're playing in. So shout out to Marcus Freeman for getting it done. Big program win for Notre Dame there. Great game. Fun game to watch. I was flipping back and forth. I think you texted me at one point. We're like, I can't do this because you had like 5 games you were flipping between.
Yeah,
like it's Clemson, game, Notre Dame, Alabama, LSU, the World Series.
Michigan was losing at some point. The World Series. The Houston game was a crazy
banger
game.
Yeah. You're like this is overwhelming. I was like, I'm just sticking to one thing. I can't do all that.
Yeah, no, it was a lot. I had a little bit of an anxiety attack, but
yeah, I'm glad Clemson lost though. Get them out of there now. We're just like week by week shortening the list of the teams that could potentially get into the playoff, which is nice.
Right, it is nice. Moving on, banger of a game. Ton of points.
Highest scoring ever.
Yes, Houston at SMU. SMU gets it done and wins 77-63. Yes, we are talking about a football score, folks. We're not talking about basketball. I know we said it's college football season.
We're a basketball
college
podcast.
Basketball season, but this was a college football game. College basketball started today, not on fucking Saturday, folks. SMU gets it done 77-63. This was a shootout. I mean, I didn't watch this game. I started watching when I saw the score. I started watching some of it, but like at that point, it was already so high that like there wasn't much scoring that happened. I mean, I'm looking at these stats. Houston's quarterback went 36 of 53, 527 yards, 7 TDs, 3 interceptions. SMU's quarterback had 9 touchdown passes.
I think he ran for one, too. I think he had 10 total touchdowns.
Yep, he did have 10. He did have a rushing touchdown. He had 10
At one point,
touchdowns.
The SMU quarterback had 7 passing touchdowns in the first half.
In the first half, yep.
That's fucking crazy. That's
insane.
crazy.
That's insane. That's what this only reason why we're breaking it up is just because the score was insane.
It was the highest ever in
it.
FBS history.
Yeah, it was so high. Like what at halftime it was 56-35. Like you would think that was the final. No, that was the halftime score, folks.
What was the total amount of yards? I got a calculator. Give me both teams. I'll add them up. It's got to be over 1,000.
Total yards
offensive.
710
Okay.
and 642. So that's what 1,352.
Holy
quick math! Look at that, quick math, dude.
Shit. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was impressive.
That was good.
I thought it was gonna be hard. I thought it was gonna be like 748 plus like 639. Then it gets
that was easy. The 10 was the easy. No, the
easy.
easy
Yeah,
number. It was really easy.
That's a shit ton of yards, dude. That's almost a mile. It's over a mile.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Times 3. It's just under a mile. A mile's like what, 5,200 feet. This is 4,000 feet.
That's insane.
Fucking nuts, dude. Yeah, that would have been such a fun game to be at.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just like unlimited scoring. It's like you go to the vendor. I don't know if they sell beer here, but let's just assume it's a stadium that sells beer. You go and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go grab a couple beers and some popcorn. You come back, 21 points have been scored. You were gone for 4 minutes. Like what?
What the hell?
What? Like, hey, don't worry, Bob. Plenty more coming. Like, yeah, no shit. Golly.
Moving on. Last game on the slate. Number 5, Michigan heads to Rutgers. Michigan gets it done and wins 52-17. They scared a lot of the Michigan
Great
fans
teams
in
cover.
the first half. They scared a lot of Michigan fans in the first half. Rutgers was up 17-14 at one point, but you're right. Michigan covers. They kicked the absolute shit out of Rutgers in the second half. They did what they did in every single game and what they have done all year is
Make adjustments.
they struggle in that first half, and then the second half they make a great adjustment, and then they just roll teams. Good job, Michigan.
I will say, I feel like the thing that hurt Rutgers the most in this game was halftime because they weren't playing particularly well, but like they were hitting. I mean, they were banging J.J. McCarthy up bad. I mean, they were flying to the ball. They were playing with a ton of energy. The crowd was going crazy. And then halftime comes, and it kind of like water finds its level, right? And things kind of like it was sound like I don't know, like air kind of felt like it came out of the stadium. It's like, oh, we shouldn't even like we're winning. That's crazy. That's great. And after halftime, it's like all the momentum and energy kind of reset, and Rutgers never even smelled the end zone. I mean, I think they threw back-to-back interceptions. One went for a pick six. It was just, I mean, it wasn't even close in the second half. So it's what Michigan does. You know, obviously need to play better in first halves, or else, you know,
Can't do that against OSU. Can't do that against OSU.
Don't do that so loud. It's okay. Yeah, I think if you're down 14 at half against Ohio State, the adjustments you're going to make won't matter. Be too late. So gotta hope that they play better. Especially red zone offense has to be better. But good win for Michigan. Keep rolling. I think that with everything goes on, they get into the top 4 now. So
we'll see. That does it for our college football recap. Let's get into our NFL week 9.
Real quick, though, we will. Sorry, but hold the music. When do they do the college football show?
Tuesday.
So for Thursday, can we talk about the top 10?
The top 4.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I hate how they do that now. Like,
because it
come on,
screws
guys.
us. I know.
Do it on fucking, do it on fucking.
Do it Sunday
folks.
night. We gotta be. Yeah. Okay.
No, it comes out Tuesday night at like 8:00 or whatever.
Okay, so we'll be able to put that in for Friday's show.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, for
cool.
Friday's episode, we'll go right before we get into the slate. We'll go over what the top 10 is and talk about what it is. Most likely, we might just start talking about top 4, but I mean, we can. I like talking about the top 10 just because it's like those teams slightly at that 5 and 6 slot. Who knows? You know what I
Right,
mean?
especially after a week like this week, you'd be like,
Yeah, so-
fuck. There ain't nobody here that was here last week.
We'll probably always talk about the top 10.
Yeah. Oh, we're like, yeah. All right, go ahead.
So NFL Week 9. Dude, I was literally holding my finger on the button the entire time. Like, I clicked it. I just couldn't click off of it.
Oh, because I was asking you questions?
You were like, hold on, wait.
That's so funny. All right, NFL Week 9, starting with our local Lions here. Green Bay Packers head to the Detroit Lions. Lions win an ugly one, 15-9.
Like I said,
What the hell is going on in Green Bay?
This is Aaron Rodgers threw 3 interceptions, 3 horrible interceptions. But I'm just going to say this. I think I don't know if I said it on the show, but I know we've talked about this. And I said,
Lay it on me.
the Lions are going to do the most Lion thing in the world. And
said this.
They're going to start winning games now. They're going to draft, instead of drafting 1, they're going to draft 4 to 5, and they're not going to be able to go after C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson, or Bryce Young. They're not going to be able to go after any of those top 3 guys.
Yeah, I think they already dropped out of the first. They had the first overall locked up, and now they're like 3rd or 4th. Just the most Lions thing ever. They'll miss out on like the previous 4 players drafted. The previous, so let's say they stick at 4. The 3 guys that go before their pick will all be perennial Hall of Famers, generational talents. The guy they get will be out of the league in 2 years.
Fucking so. And most
I'll tell you what.
Gonna win some. I'll guarantee you they're going to win some more games, and they're going to probably slide up to like probably around that 10 mark, and they're going to have almost back-to-back picks because they're going to be around that Rams pick. It's going to be so fucking stupid, man.
Yep, I know. I will say this. How much of this game were you able to watch?
Honestly, I didn't pay attention to anything about this game. It was because I paid more attention to the red zone. It was.
I know. Fine. I was just curious. So Kirby Joseph, a guy that the Lions drafted in this most recent draft, played amazing. Looks like he might be like a legitimate safety in the NFL. I think he had 2 picks in this game. He forced fumbles in the previous 2 games. He looks like he might be legit. Aiden Hutchinson also had a pick.
I saw that.
Cool to see that the defense comes alive a little bit. You know what I mean? Jared Goff still stinks. Lions win an ugly one. Also, Aaron Rodgers took some shots at the Detroit Lions and the organization in his comments after the game.
Did he?
Essentially said, can't lose a game like this to a team and organization like that. Go fuck yourself, Aaron. All I gotta say, you better be careful talking about us goons from Detroit like that.
I mean, he kind of has a point.
He has a great point. The Lions stink. Why? What?
Yeah, especially like they trade Hutchinson and all that. Like, or not Hutchinson,
Stafford.
Hockenson.
Oh, Hockenson. Yeah, sorry.
And like the week after they trade Hockenson, you can't lose to a team like that. But
not a team that hasn't been able to score in the second half in the past 3 games or something.
And like you put up 9 points against one of the worst defensive in the NFL
ever. Historically, the worst defense ever.
Yeah.
Not just that. Also, Casey spelled Buccaneers wrong on the show sheet. That's fine. Fix it. Green Bay So I was going to say this too.
Typing fast, sorry. I literally just saw that. I forgot 1 C. Oops.
The Lions did everything in their power to do what the Lions do and lose this game too. They went for it on like 4th and 3 around midfield, didn't convert, gave Aaron Rodgers a chance to win it. I for sure thought they were going to go down and win the game. Like, I would have bet the house on, that's why I suck at betting, but I would have bet the house on them being like, oh, cool, Lions did just enough to lose. Rodgers has played piss poor all day, but all he needs is 1 good drive. They go down and win 16-15.
I would have done the same thing because the memory that comes to mind is that Monday night game, and Aaron Rodgers throws I think it was Monday night. Was it Monday night or Sunday night?
It was I know it was prime time. Yeah.
Throws that 61-yard bomb down the field for
it's the highest football I've ever seen thrown.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen a football thrown that high in the air.
Like, Jesus.
It's just a bad beat. Lions get it done. Campbell gets his 4th win as a head coach.
You're getting there, buddy. Good job. You're learning.
Keep after it. Also, we'll get to that in a couple games. Never mind. Next game, Carolina Panthers at the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals get it done, 42-21. I think at one point it was 42-0.
Let's see.
I think.
Nope, it was 35-7 at one point. It was 42-7 at one point.
42-7 at one point. So this game was never close.
The only reason why I put this on the show sheet was because of
Joe Mixon.
Joe fucking Mixon, you piece of shit. Fuck
Whoa.
you. That's
Whoa.
all no, fuck Joe Mixon.
Whoa.
Fuck Joe Mixon.
Relax.
No,
he had a good game.
Fuck him.
He had a good game, man.
Let's just go over his stats real fast. I'm going to tell you why fuck him. 22 carries, 153 yards, 4 touchdowns, 7 receptions, 58 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 total touchdowns. I played that stupid motherfucker in fantasy. All those fucking years I drafted you, and you want to now perform? And you want to now play good? You've been on my do not draft list, never on my fantasy list for 3 fucking years. I think 4 years now. And all of a sudden, the last 2 years, you want to start playing football?
It's karma, dude. Probably had it coming.
Are you good, Joe Mixon? Are you good?
Good job, Joe.
Fuck you, Joe.
Good job, Joe.
Fuck you, Joe.
He went absolutely bonkers, though, let's be honest.
I got a text from the person I was playing with. It was the second quarter of that game. And you want to know what he said?
What?
He said, I banged you bad, bitch. He said, you're done. And then he said, Joe fucking Mixon.
Yeah, that's a tough text to receive.
55
right
points.
Yeah, it's the second most ever scored by a fantasy football player, I'm pretty sure. That's what I saw a tweet that said that. I didn't verify it, so sorry if that's fake news, guys. It sounds about right, though. 55's a shit ton.
It all depends on what settings you have.
Yeah, I think they were talking about in a standard league, it'd be the highest.
Like a standard default league, 55
yeah, it'd be the
points.
second highest ever, which would make sense. It would make sense.
No, yeah, because there are some leagues, I was in a league where dudes were scoring 80 points.
Yeah, I hate leagues like that.
I love leagues like that.
Too gimmicky. But yeah, shout out to the Bengals. Get back on track. I think they're going to be not a team you want to play down the stretch here, and their playoff hopes are still alive.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Panthers stink.
Yeah, Panthers do stink. Moving on, Minnesota
Vikings
head up to Washington and play the Commanders. The Vikings win 20-17. A nice comeback victory. They were down 17. Kirk Thuggins. I love Kirk Cousins. You give a white boy some chains, and that's what he's gonna fucking do.
Dude is jacked. He has an 8-pack, bro. Dude, Kirk Cousins is absolutely yoked.
Oh, dude, I love Kirk Cousins.
He's absolutely yoked.
Oh, I know.
He's yoked.
You know, there were guys on the team that were like, hey, take this chain. He got probably 20 guys.
He had 2 watches on and 6 chains.
Hey,
they were calling him, so you know Kurt Cobain, they were calling him Kurt Cochain.
Kurt Cochain.
That's so cold.
I love Kirk Cousins, dude.
So he was on the Pat McAfee show today, and they were asking about it, and McAfee was like, dude, you're strapped. And Kirk said, I got a story for you guys. At senior day, and when he was a senior in college, he was at the Senior Bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
And he said it's a time of the year where a lot of guys are just walking around without their shirt on during workouts and stuff. And he gets a call from his agent that's like, hey, Kirk, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just hanging out, about to do the bench press. And they're like, his agent was like, I've gotten a call from 7 different general managers, and all they can say is that you're yoked. You're fucking jacked. And Kirk was like, well, I am kind of jacked. And I'm like, dude, who would have thought that Kirk Cousins
right?
was rocking with a body like that?
I would have never thought that.
Goodness
when I saw that
gracious,
picture, I was like, holy shit. I thought he had a fucking
dad bod.
Yeah, not a complete dad bod, but like at the beginning stage of a dad bod.
I thought he'd be like a little doughy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He is not.
No,
that dude is chiseled.
Like it was. I saw something. It was like Kurt went from "I'll have your daughter home by 9" to like "Your daughter calls me daddy now."
Yeah. I also saw one that said like Kirk went from cashing out at Kohl's to cashing out the club.
Yup,
it was just like two different pictures. I was like, yeah. So he's Kurt Thuggins. Kurt Thuggins is how you officially know him on
my favorite NFL quarterback.
God, that was one of the best videos that's ever blessed the timeline, man.
Oh,
and
yeah. Oh, I agree.
It went so viral that I had like 6 straight things on Twitter.
Oh,
that
yes.
was all
No,
that. It was crazy.
Ridiculous, dude.
Every person on my timeline was talking about it. I was like, well, this is great. You know what I mean? But yeah, I couldn't get over how jacked he was. I'm like, dude, I would have never guessed that. Jacked. Absolutely jacked. Would break me in half like a pretzel.
Hop off his fucking dick, dude.
I'm just saying,
Christ.
man. He's
But
strapped.
let's get back to the game before you you start
relax.
DMing fucking Kirk Cousins.
I already did. I said I don't have a daughter yet, but I'd love her to meet you.
Jesus Christ. But the Vikings get it done. They make a comeback victory. They were down 17-7 early in the fourth quarter, and then they come back and win 20-17. Congratulations, Vikings. You get it done and move on to 7-1.
They have
run
to be
away with the North.
They are. They have to be the least talked about 7-1 team in NFL history.
It's one of those teams.
No one's even taking them seriously as a Super Bowl contender.
Oh no, not at all. They're going to be one of those teams where they're just going to slide on into the playoffs. They're going to get home field advantage, and they're going to be a team you do not want to play, and no one's going to be talking about them all year. That's what's going to happen.
I agree, 100%. 100%.
Moving on, this was a pretty good game. The Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. Seahawks get it done and win 31-21. Why the fuck are you eating chips? Are you fucking good? You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait. Are you serious?
I'm sorry. I did that.
You couldn't wait.
I got red face. Caught.
No, we're keeping this in. Fuck that. We're gonna show everyone that you're a dumbass and you're not locked, dude. You're not locked at all. You're fucking not. Like, do they call me master locked? That's how locked I am.
That was ass. All right, I'm good now. Sorry.
Are you sure you want another chip?
All right, just one more. Hold on.
Okay, have another fucking chip, dude. I'll wait. I can't believe that.
All right, next game.
No, we're already on this game. We're leaving all this in. Fuck that. You can show people that you're not locked. That you would rather eat chips than talk about sports.
They're my comfort food when I'm not feeling great.
It's okay though. But whatever, dude. Seattle Seahawks get it done. Win 31-21. They're a team that you don't want to play right now, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, we said this since like week 2. Geno Smith, comeback player of the year. I saw on
Pete Carroll, coach of the year.
Yeah, I would say him or McDaniel potentially.
I would say at least one of the people that are like that you talk about.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. I think I saw it was DraftKings or FanDuel, and Geno Smith was leading the odds for comeback player of the year.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
I couldn't remember which one. It was him and Saquon were like the two that were highest up there, which both make sense. It's hard to me. It's hard not to root for Geno there because he went from like Saquon's always been a star. He just couldn't be healthy. Geno just hasn't really had an opportunity to prove himself, and now he's. I don't know, that it's an incredible story. And you know what? It pisses me off because they trade Russell Wilson. They get rid of Bobby Wagner. Everyone thinks they're burning it down in Seattle. Fresh rebuild. Bring in Geno Smith. He just needs the quarterback for a little bit. Then we'll get our guy in here. Look at them leading the fucking division. And then we have the Lions and Dan Campbell who can't seem to figure it out.
It's don't try to compare. I get it, like bringing the Jets into this topic, but like you can't. I get it. The Seahawks traded everyone, but Pete Carroll is still. Hey, you're muted. Pete Carroll is still. I would say a Hall of Fame coach. He's a great college coach, and he's a great NFL coach. I mean, Pete Carroll's maybe not Hall of Fame, but he's a really, really good coach.
He's probably in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, it's just
he's been to 2 Super Bowls, won one.
Yeah, so I mean, he knows how to get it done, and I would say he can be that type of dude that can take a team like Seattle, and then win games with them. I mean, you can bring it up with. I mean, we'll get to it, but like a team like the Jets, a team like that has a new coach that like all of a sudden like the Dolphins, we'll say, those are 2 teams that have 2 new coaches that were pretty much in rebuilds. And now they're pretty much out of those rebuilds.
I would say this. I think the bigger story here is the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know what's going on down there in Arizona, but you pay Kyler Murray all this money, and he's getting in arguments with everybody on that. I mean, him and Hopkins got into it during this game. It feels like they got to make a change, and they got to make a change quick. And whether that's getting Kingsbury out and an actual adult in the room that can help stable things. They've got a ton of talent down there. And I'm not out on Kyler yet. I know a lot of people are. I'm not out yet. But it does feel like a lot of dysfunctional things are happening down there right now. And at some point, even if it's not Kingsbury's fault necessarily, sometimes a change of scenery or just a switch up is what's necessary to get some things going. I know D-Hop's not going to put up with it. He's still very good, but he's definitely on like the second part of his career, I would say.
Yeah,
and
he's not going to be there for long.
If this keeps going on, he just doesn't have the patience for it. He's just going to go to somewhere else. I'm sure he'd love to be helping out Aaron Rodgers right now,
right?
Rather than dealing with Kyler just complaining. So, Cardinals have been, I'd say, them along with the Raiders have probably been the 2 biggest disappointments in the NFL this year, in my opinion.
I would agree. With that.
Another game. This was a good game, man.
Moving on. Next game. This was a great game. The Miami Dolphins at the Chicago Bears. Dolphins win a close one, 35-32. I would say one of the key stories of this game was Justin Fields. He had not the greatest game passing, but I mean.
So you believe that Justin Fields is a top 15 quarterback in this league?
Yeah, I said that.
That's
right.
Crazy.
15 rushes, 178 yards, 1 TD, 13 for 28, 123 yards, 3 TDs.
13
3
for
TDs,
what?
No interceptions.
13 for what?
3 TDs, no interceptions.
13 for 28? Is that what you said?
17 for 28. 17 for 28. Yeah, not the greatest, but 3 TDs, 0 interceptions, top 15. I mean, who else is above him?
We can do that.
Who else is above him?
We can do. You want to do that right now?
Okay, yeah, let's do it right now. Tua?
Yes.
1. Okay, Joe Burrow.
2. Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson,
Aaron Rodgers.
Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers.
You get Josh Allen.
Yep.
T-Law.
I'm not doing that. No. I need to go.
Trevor
to the
Lawrence.
We don't. No.
You don't say he's better than.
No. Deshaun Watson.
Not playing. Can't bring him up. He's not in the NFL right now.
Derek Carr. Justin Herbert.
Nope. Okay, yep. Justin Herbert.
So that's 8.
Okay.
Dak Prescott.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts.
Okay. 10.
Marcus Mariota.
Nope.
Tom Brady.
Nope. Not right now.
Matt Stafford.
Nope. Not right now.
Geno Smith.
Okay. I'll say Geno Smith right now.
Kyler Murray.
Nope.
That's just biased. Zach
How?
Wilson.
No.
Mac Jones.
Nope.
That's fucking crazy.
How? What the fuck has Mac Jones done all year?
You're telling
Except
me
for being a little crybaby bitch. Am I wrong?
The fact that you wouldn't take Derek Carr before Justin Fields is
No, I wouldn't. I would rather have Justin Fields.
that's just because it's your take.
What do you mean?
Justin Fields stinks. I can pull up audio of you saying how bad he is. He has one good game, and he's a top 15 quarterback.
Pull it up. Pull up the audio, man.
I will.
Because you don't have one.
Okay.
Anything else on this game?
Only that Justin Fields did set the single game rush yards as a quarterback, which that's kind of cool.
Top 15 quarterback. Moving on. The Los Angeles Rams at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs win 16-13. What a shitty game. I would say
the Rams just needed to get a first down, and they won the game. They couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
If they would have gotten a first down at the end of the game, it's over. Instead, they're unable to do that. And I know the Bucs and Brady have had their struggles. You don't give Tom Brady a chance to win it at the end of the game.
Nope.
I mean, what are we doing? Just a super disappointing teams by both of these teams are.
Yep, I was just about to say that. I would say these two teams are easily probably the top two most disappointing teams in the NFL. What, the last two Super Bowl champs?
You just agreed that it was the Cardinals and Raiders. Now it's these guys. You just can't make up your mind. Just flip-flopping, hip-hopping.
I said
pick.
disappointing teams.
Yeah, you don't think that the Raiders and Cardinals, I just said that, and you said I'd agree with that. Literally right before we talked about the Bears game. I said I'd say the Cardinals and Raiders are probably the two biggest disappointing teams. You said, yep, I agree with that.
Oh, well, I meant one. Okay, then top four disappointing teams.
There
Jesus
we go.
Christ. Fuck.
Just saying.
But these two teams are 1 and 2.
They've been disappointing, that's for sure.
They've been disappointing. They suck, dude. Both these teams suck, but it is.
The Rams are bad.
I just wanted to bring this game up just because, dude, can you stop? What you're doing? Like, I see your thing move.
Oh, sorry.
It's like really. I just see this
It's
green
just my
thing.
ADHD.
I see this green thing just moving up and down. Sorry, you were really messing with me for a second.
That's my bad. Lock it in. Lock it in.
There's really not much to say about this game. I just wanted to bring up how horrible these teams.
Yeah, I think that's a good reason to put it on the sheet. They've both been disappointing. Obviously,
like I thought this was going to be the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I mean, I had thought that there wasn't a lot of reason that the Rams couldn't repeat, and they're just not very good. Their offense is in shambles.
Yep.
Their defense obviously hasn't been horrible, but I don't know what's going on with McVay and that offense. I mean, for being what is thought to be one of like the brightest offensive minds and scheme guys, just aren't able to figure it out. I don't know if they're missing OBJ that much because he was really able to stretch the field. I don't know what's going on down there. It does feel like for both of these teams, though, they have to rattle off some wins, some consecutive wins, or else their playoff hopes are just going to be out the table. Well, they got 10 games left. You gotta go 7-3 if you're either of these teams to give yourself a chance.
Or 7 games left. 7 or 8 games left.
Okay.
Because this was week 9. Yeah, they have like 7 or 8 games left.
Okay, yeah, so they got to win
9, something like that.
Yeah, they got to win more game. They got to win a lot of their remaining games to give themselves a chance. So.
Yep. No, I agree. Moving on to the next game, the Buffalo Bills head to
New Jersey.
New Jersey and play the New York Jets. Sorry, that really fucked with me. I was trying to say like the city they played in, but I forgot which city they played.
New Jersey.
No, it's not. Isn't it really New Jersey?
That's where their stadium is.
Yeah, but I was talking about the city, not the state.
What city is it in New Jersey? Newark?
East Rutherford.
Oh, Rutherford, yeah.
Rutherford, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I knew that.
But Jets win 20-17. Shocker of the weekend, I would say. Josh Allen did not play the best. 18 of 34. 205 yards, no TDs, 2 interceptions. Sauce Gardner had an interception. Yeah, Jets get it done. Jets are legit. Jets move to 6-3.
Yeah, this is a big game for the Jets. I mean, obviously, I don't think either team played very well. Jets defense is just really good. They're just proving that week in, week out. Sauce Gardner immediately became the best player on that defense the day he was drafted. And him going head-to-head against Diggs, this is a game, if I could have sat down and watched it, I would have. I didn't get it. I was able to see some of the stuff on red zone and whatnot. But I mean, I would have loved to sat down and watch Sauce versus Stefan Diggs.
Yes.
That would have been like prime time watching, like, Revis and Randy Moss back in the day when Moss was on the Patriots and he was on the Jets. I mean, it was always going to be just an absolute dogfight between those two. Good game. Jets are one of those gritty football teams that kind of the type of team that you thought the Lions could have a chance to be this year, They may not look pretty when they do it, but they always find a way to get it done. Not asking too much out of Zach Wilson either. I think that's really helped him. He hasn't played great, but they haven't put him in a position where he needs to do a whole lot. And they're really not setting him up for failure in that way. They're kind of making him be more of a game manager, use his legs when he has the opportunity to do so. So, Jets get it done. Bills, still the best team in football. I mean, it's hard to win in the NFL every week, especially going on the road. So it's going to be fun to see how some of these young teams like the Jets do down the stretch.
Right. No, I agree. I agree with that. Last game of the slate of the NFL, I was going to say college football, of the NFL recap. The Tennessee Titans had the Kansas City and play the Chiefs. Chiefs win 20-17 in OT. Patrick Mahomes probably threw his arm off last night. 43 of 68.
Yeah, I would say he almost had 70.
You
I
heard
know
that right. 43 completed passes of 68 attempted passes. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was at some point in the third quarter. I think his previous high was 54 because they're like, oh, Mahomes just went over his, previous high pass attempts. I was like, there is like almost 25 minutes left in this game.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like, he's going to throw the ball 100 times. You're like, what the hell? This was a really good game. Titans always play the Chiefs close. Always. If I remember correctly, I think that I told people to take the points. I was like, it's going to be a close game. Malik Willis, I know he's a rookie, didn't look great.
No, he didn't. Not at all.
And I guess the Chiefs constantly were blitzing him and being like, better get rid of the football, and he just couldn't do it. And, I'd like to say teams, when you're run at like a high level like the Tennessee Titans are, you'd like to think they have a plan, right? They trade away A.J. Brown, who is a dog, and they sent him over to the Eagles. They didn't have a receiver on that field yesterday that could get any separation. I mean, they were doing Malik Willis no favors. I saw the funny A.J. Brown even actually tweeted about it. Like, it was like a meme. It was like something like, it was like a picture of someone watching something on their phone, and it was like me watching the Titans receivers get no separation. And it was like the guy was like laughing. So like, it's like he knows. It's like, what the hell? So I get that that's not the identity of the Titans. They're probably never going to be under Vrabel, be a team that's going to pay receivers a lot of money because that's just not the identity of the football team. But that really hurt them yesterday, not having a guy that could get any separation, especially with a young quarterback like Malik Willis. Great game. Don't give Mahomes a chance to win in overtime. I mean, I don't know how much the game you watched. I watched the whole thing start to finish. What Mahomes...
Yeah, I think I fell asleep.
Mahomes did so much with his legs in this game. Extending plays, getting out of the pocket. I think he ran for a touchdown. Like, he did so much with his legs, and it's what makes him so dangerous. Arguably the best arm talent the NFL's ever seen. And then you couple that with his ability to extend plays with his feet and keep things going. I mean, it's crazy watching the Chiefs, especially when they're humming. McCole Hardman, super good. I mean, the Chiefs are just really good. It's hard for people when you think back to a year ago. The Titans were the number one seed in the AFC a year ago, and they got zero respect because when you have Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes in that same conference, it's really hard.
Well,
yeah.
I heard people were talking to Josh Allen, I think it was Sunday NFL Countdown. And like they were like, well, you guys are like the new Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, like battle that used to
talk
go
about
on.
Mahomes and Allen.
Mahomes and Allen. They're like, you guys are gonna be that now. He's like, and asking him about all that.
Yeah, it's true because I've always thought about this. How many Super Bowls would Peyton Manning have played in if he wasn't in the AFC?
Right.
It would have been a Brady Manning Super Bowl like 8 straight years.
Yeah.
Because that's how good people like want to shit on Peyton Manning because he lost to Brady as many times as he did. It's like you lost to the winningest quarterback of all time, and you just happen to maybe be the second best quarterback of all time. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. Yeah, I'm excited. Like, it does feel like in the NFL, like we have kind of a changing of the guard going on. Like it's now the Mahomes and Allen show. Brady's on the way out. Rodgers on the way out.
Speaking of Brady, I forgot to bring this up during that game. Brady has officially hit over 100,000 passing yards.
That's a ton of passing yards.
That's a shit ton of passing yards.
Dude, that is
They were talking about it during the game. They're like, the people that have to keep their pace up to hit that number, Mahomes will be like 42 if he continues at the pace that he's at now. He would be 42. Allen would be like 43.
Yeah,
and all that. Like,
you got to think because you got to average over 5,000 a year, just about probably.
Like that's insane. 100,000.
Ain't no one gonna catch that.
Yeah, like they said, Drew Brees is the second closest, and he's 14,000+ numbers behind.
It's almost 3 seasons
behind, right?
It's not even close. That's 3 good seasons, mind you. This isn't like some average stuff. Like 3 MVP caliber years.
This is regular season and playoff. So this is both of them combined.
Yeah, so you also have to be on a good team so you can have a chance to play 4 more games. Yeah,
right, so you make a deep run into the playoffs.
That's crazy.
That's insane, though.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's fucking bonkers to think about.
But
holy shit.
Well, that does it, folks.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Shit. I got it.
Wrong one. Which one is it?
Riverside intro.
Oh, it's that one. Well, yeah.
All right, folks. We love you guys.
Riverside. Fuck Riverside. Fuck Riverside. Fuck Riverside.
Relax.
Love you guys.
We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. That's our Tuesday show. We'll catch you guys on Friday. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe, motherfuckers. Love you.
Love you guys. See ya.